Today's segment, we are going to look at how to then master Google Sites step by step from zero to hero. Now, more or less, that's what we'll be looking at. We're looking at how to master Google Sites from zero to what to hero. And I'm going to take you guys through step by step. Before then, I'd like us to then look at some basic stuff that we need to consider before building, how do you call it, our website. Let's go straight to the slide. So therefore, back to the slide, let's go ahead by looking at, as you can see on your screen, what is Google Sites? As a Google Site is the no-code free site builder by Google. Now we know what really a Google site is. Let's look at the next slide by looking at what we should consider before building a site. So as you can see on your screen, these are some of the things you should consider. First, before you can build a Google website, first you must have a Google account. You must have a Google account. This simply means you must have a Gmail account. So when you have a Gmail account, automatically you are good to go. And bear in mind that Google Sites are built on Google Drive. Okay, Google Sites are built in Google Drive, so you need to have a Google Drive also as well. Because the reason why I'm saying this is that most of the things that you are going to build are going to be on the Google Drive. So if you want to create a dynamic website, regardless to you want to include some series of elements as far as pictures, videos are concerned, if you don't want to kind of like pick the videos from YouTube to embed in the site, and you want to upload it, you need a Google Drive storage, okay, a bigger storage where you can just upload those videos into the site, and automatically it will display on your website. And so that is why you need the Google Drive, and also that Google Sites are built on on Google Drive. So basically that is what you must consider, you must know. So because it's drag and drop, when you're familiar with how to use a Gmail and also Google Drive, the same thing applies to Google Sites. So using Google Sites is going to be a drag and drop where the task in which is being involved in building a Google site is just like the same manner how you navigate through Google Drive and your Gmail. So basically that is just that. So these are some of the things you must consider first before building a Google site. So taking that from the way, so the next thing we are going to look at is why build a website. Why do you have to build a website? Now, before you build a website, you must know why you want to build a website. You have to have a reason concerning the website you want to build. So why build a website? So before you build a Google, or more or less before you build a website, the question here is this: why building a website? Why building a website? So why do you build a website? You build a website because you want to be appearing, okay, you want to appear you want to be present online, okay, so online present. Now remember that you are selling a product, you are selling a service, or you are rendering a service. So the service or probably the product you are rendering, now you were using the traditional approach. When you talk about traditional approach, this means that you are selling everything physically. Customers have to meet you face to face. Your clients have to meet you face to face before services can be rendered. But come think of it, this simply means that the reason why you are building a website simply means that you want to appear online. You want your customers to reach out to you online because you want to serve people worldwide. So that is why you are building a website. That is why you must have a website. So online presence, okay, online presence. Now that is one. After taking that from the way, the next one is credibility and trust. Credibility and trust. Now when people then visit your website, as you've appeared online, now people can reach out to you online through a chat box. It can be WhatsApp or any of the chat box that you want to integrate in the website. So chatting you online does bring that credibility and trust, because come think of it, before I will then hire someone or probably hire someone to render a service for me, I must make a review about about the people or the person, regardless to what are the services that they have rendered for or rendered for someone, and what have they done, what are the recommendations, what are people saying about them. So that is why a website is needed. So then people may put a reference about you guys out there, so that give you guys that credibility and also a trust, where people can deal with you or maybe hire you to render a service. So basically that is step 2, credibility and trust. Okay, credibility and trust. Now the third point is that is accessibility. Now, 24 hours people can just go online and then access your access you. Simply means that because you've moved your product from the traditional way to online, although you are sleeping, someone can be on the bed and then say, okay, let me just go through the best painter in Ghana or the world, so forth. Let me see, I want to order something, let me check all. So when you run your SEO, or maybe you'll be ranked well and the person can get access to you, depending on the platform in which you are running your SEO, or you are then drawing traffic to your site. So people can access your service or your product or your niche anytime, so anywhere, midnight and so on and so forth. They can access, not necessary that every day time they have to come to the shop physically. So that is why the accessibility is there. So the website gives easy accessibility for people to access your service and your products worldwide. Then we come to information sharing. That's the fourth one, information sharing. Now, why information sharing? Now let's assume that someone just access you or pay your case study. Now I wanted to hire you to then render a service for me. So the case study, give me a case study pertaining to who did you render, or who you've rendered a service to. I want to know what did you do, what are the challenges you went through, and so on and so forth. Let me see the work you've done before. So therefore you can just go to your website and then they'll share that portfolio of yours or the case study, and they share it to your client or whoever that is hiring you, and the person may then read that information and then know that okay, fine, and then hire you. Another aspect also is that let's say you are selling a product. Someone just contact you through WhatsApp that, okay, fine, please, I wanted to buy a particular product, I want to read more about that product. Let's say a fan. Now you can just go to your website and then share that particular types of funds that you have, send it to the person through WhatsApp, and then the person can just read through and just go through the website and then look at what you wanted to purchase and order online. Now we know the things we should consider before building a website, or why we need a website. Now let's go ahead by starting building our website like this, as you can see on your screen, just like this. Okay, we are going to look at that. Now today our lesson is going to focus on how to build the header section, and also the page, as well as the tabs. But what we can also add some couple of features, and as I just said, it's going to be, I call it a course series. I'm going to cover each section one after the other, so that we can all see how we can build our own website for ourselves. Now, what are the things that you must consider before building a website? Now, why do I recommend Google Sites for building a website? The reason why I recommend Google for building a website is that, this gives you a less cost. It's drag and drop. Even if you don't have knowledge and you have fair idea of how you can navigate through your Google Drive and also your Gmail, you can equally put this together yourself, and this is less cost. You don't spend much. Now, building a website can cost you like 2,000 USD, 2,000 USD to 10,000, depending on the scope of the project. But with this, it is just less cost. You can equally do this, and then at the end of the day, you are good to go. In addition, also, you must also know that you must get a domain and the host. A domain can cost you, like, let's say $20 or $10 to $20, depending on what type of package you are going for, 1 year, 2 years, it depends. And also the hosting can also take you for $50 to $100 per a year. So these are some of the things you need to know. But with Google Drive, using Google Site, you don't need to using Google Site, you don't need to purchase anything. you also to just go ahead and build your thing after you are done, and you can buy a domain and then integrate it into it. I'm going to take you that also step by step. As I told you, it's a whole course series, but today's lesson we are going to focus on how to set it up, and after setting it up, also how we are going to focus on how to build the home page section, which is the header section, and also how to insert, how to then create tabs so far the pages are concerned. So basically that is what we'll be looking at today. Okay, so as you can see on your screen, for you to go ahead to just start building your your Google site, or building your website using Google site, first you need to go to this URL as you can see on your screen. That is site.google.com, site.google.com. So when you get there and you're going to go, let's look at how that is being done. So now as I'm here now, I'll just type my Google site. So let's go ahead. So you can see here I have site.google.com. Okay, you do the same thing. So I just press enter. So you can see I am in now. Now because I signed up to my Gmail, so I'm good to go. So you can first, when you log in, it's going to ask you to again type your Gmail, and after that it will ask you to enter your password and to bring you to this page. So you have to be at this very page, and then you are good to go. Now because we want to start from scratch, now Google then provide Google Sites then provide some series of templates that you can go ahead and use these templates to build your website. But I don't want us to use any of these templates where we are building everything from scratch. Okay, building everything from scratch. So to go ahead, I'd like you to go ahead and click on what we have, blank site here, blank site. So just click on it, blank site. So after you click on the blank site, it will bring you to this very section. So as you can see, as you are here, you see we have some couple of tabs here. We have the insert tab, we have the pages, we have themes. Okay, so the theme that you want, you can select any of the themes, and we have insert section where you can insert whatever you want to insert. And this, where after 2D is a drag and drop stuff we are going to look at. This is the header section. So they said your page title. So how do you want to title the page? You go ahead. But I have some resources that I'd like to show you. I'll be leaving the resources also in the link where you can go there and just download all the resources and try your hands on it. Someone may ask that, so at the end of the day, what do we want to achieve? We'll be achieving something and more. Simply means that when we are done, we are going to add some sources to it. Let me show you what we are going to achieve. So therefore, as you can see, this is what we are achieving. You are going to look at how to build this. We wanted to achieve. We have the home section. Then you can see there. So when I click on read more, it takes me to about, but we'll be adding some things to it also as well. So when I click on like read more, it will bring me to about us page. As I told you, our focus is going to just be on building the home page, and it's going to be a course series. We are going to take it one after the other. So we'll be also looking at why, so who we are. So basically that is just that. When you click on, how do you call it, read more, to take you to the about us section, and this is what we want to achieve. And then as I told you, it's a whole course series. So let's dive straight then. So back here, so now you can see that this very side there is I use a header image that I use here. So how can I get that header image? So to get a header image, what you need to do is that just go ahead and click on this very portion, this side, click on the side, and then come to where we have header type. The type of header, you click on it, it gives you the type of header. I love to use large banner, so I'll go ahead and click on large banner, and it will be open large. If you want it more covered, you click, it's open more for you, but I love to use large banner, so I'll focus on large banner. So large banner, now you click on the arrow here. Now you want to insert the image you want to use for the large banner. You go ahead and then you click on the side where we have the tasket arrow here, and then click on where we have upload. So as you can see, this is my resources. So I'll go ahead and then select this very one. Of course, I'll select this this my header. Then I'll click on what we have open, and you can see, so that is just that. So this become my header section. I want this image for my header. Let's move ahead and then work on what we have, how do you call it, so we have enter site name. So click here, and I'm going to type ice, okay, cream, shop. So that's the site name. But I want my logo, like the way here we have a logo here, so I'd like to also include a logo here. So I'll click on where we have add logo, and then you can see when I click on add logo, we have the certain segments where I have my logo. So I'll go ahead and click on where we have what upload logo, and I'll just go ahead and then focus on this logo, click on open. And now if you want to add a text by describing your site or your logo, you can put it there. So I have some couple of text, which is this, so I'll copy that and come and paste it here. So after pasting it, the next thing I'll do is that now I like to go ahead. So I want to see the way we can, when you come here, when you watch this very site first, you realize that this side there's some small icon here. Okay, so I want that icon for the frozen icon should display. So to do that, just scroll down here, and then you just do the frozen icon. So click on upload, and select the same icon again, click on open. That's what I use, and then done. So then once I'm done, and I'll go ahead and close this now. Check it out. Look at what happened. That is what it just displayed. Now let's move to the text section. Now with the text section here, you can see I have welcome to welcome to Strong Ice Cream shop. Okay, so welcome to Strong Ice Cream shop. So I'll go ahead and come to where we have ice cream and click on that side, highlight on it. That's my where we have your page title, and paste that there. Sorry about that. So I have welcome to Strong Ice Cream shop. So I'll open this a little bit. I'll bring the mouse pointer to the edge here, open this a little bit here, and open here also a little bit nicely. So I have that is nice. So welcome to Strong Ice Cream shop. So the space here, I don't want that, so I'll just press backspace and I'm good to go. So this is my text, and then it's centered nicely. So we are done. So this is what we have here. The next one I like to do is that I want some kind of like typography, that I mean like text animation to be displaying here. Although here I don't have any text animation, so let me show you how we can then add some text transition here. So I have some couple of codes here that I'll be putting that also in the description where you can go and then look at it. So here you can see the header, footer. What I have here, I have in the current service we also have something more delicious. Okay, so that's what we display first. More delicious ice cream in we also have fresh flavors, and then so on and so forth. So I want it to display in that manner. So to do that, I might have to just highlight on this to that, and I'll copy that. So after copying that, I'll just go directly to my site. So this is my site here, and I come to where we have the site embed code. You can click on embed code and put it there, or you can equally then go ahead and double click on this section and click on where we have embed code. So you can embed the code and put it there, or better still, you can just click on embed here and click on where we have embed code, where I'll highlight or here and paste it there. So after pasting, I'll click on next, and you can see how it's displaying. You see how it's displaying. You see how it's displaying. So if I want that, fine. If I want to edit, I can equally edit that. So if that is what I want, I'll click on next again, and it will preview for me to see how I want it to display. Go ahead, click on insert, and voila, it is inserting here. But don't worry, mine to just drag it and then bring it somewhere here nicely, and you can see how wide it is. So I'll go ahead, click on this side, and then close it, and close it the more, so you can see. So you see how it's displaying. Well, I don't like that, so what I'll do is that I'll go back. Then where we have this side here, where I have typography, I'll just backspace and take that off. So I have just this. So I'll click on embed here, and that is okay. That's what I wanted. So click on insert. So I'll carry that and then put it in here. Nice. So you can see the wideness, so we'll close it a little bit. So the wideness is too much, which means I need to open this a little bit. So I'll click here and open. So click this side, open here a little bit. So, and close the heights. So nicely, and I can go ahead. Okay, now you can choose to position it at the middle if you want to. So this is quite okay. Open it a little bit here. So open this. So you must adjust to make sure that everything fits. So this is okay now. So you can see how cool is that. Now, if you don't want this color, you can go ahead and just go to click on new here and type HTML color, okay, color code. So HTML color, what's code, COD, what's E, press enter, and to bring you to this section, click on this. So if you want the color should be color red, I'll select red color as you can see here and select this very color being red, and I'll then highlight on this, copy that, come to the side, and this, double click on it, change the color of my HTML so far as the color scheme is concerned. So I'll come to this side, paste that there, and I'm good to go. So that is just, now when you watch here, for instance, what I just did so far as my text is concerned, you see that it's giving me the margin width. The width is too wide. You see here, very wide. Okay, so the width is 100 and the height is that. So I can equally do it. Let's say you can choose to take it off. It depends what you want to, but I don't want that. I can just take it out that off and click on the set, and that is okay for me. Okay, so that is nice. So if this is okay for me being red, I'm okay, I'm good to go. So you can equally do that and you are good to go. So let's say you want to center this. This is quite okay. So welcome to Armstrong ice cream shop, and the following text, depending on the color, if this color is not good for me, I can just go ahead and then select, because it's creamy, select a color like this, probably a little bit this, then highlight on it, copy that, then I'll go ahead, come here and double click on that and come to my style and change backspace what is there and paste that, and I'm good to go. Now you can also go ahead and then use something we call align. So align left, align right, it depends if you want to. So you can just go align, okay, quotes, in between the quotes, then you say center, then after that click on that, set, and that you see it's centered nicely. So you can see that it is centered and it is displaying at the center for me. So you can equally do that. So we are done. Now after taking that from the way, the next thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and then bring something like the pages. The way we have here, we have home, about, service, and contact. So I like to create the home page, the about us page. Now how do we do this? Now to do this is just simple. You also to just go back and click on the page section here and click on add here, and then the new page dialog box will display. Go ahead and then click on page. So here if you want to add a sub like a drop down, you can do that, but I don't want that. I just do want nothing to be there, so you can do that. So after that, I click on done. So I have about here, you can see it here, about. So when I click on the home tab, I have a home tab here and I have the about here. The next thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and then insert another page. The next tab I want to insert, that is the service tab. Okay, so to bring the service tab, I'll just go ahead to bring the service tab, like the service here, I'll go ahead and come to my page again, come to this drop down. That's why I have add, and go ahead and then paste services, click on done, and the service will be displayed. Now the next is what's contact. Okay, contact section. I want to add a contact. So to add a contact, I'll just come back the same procedure. I click on add and I'll type contact and I'll click on what's done, and it is there nicely. So that is it. Now when you watch very well, you can see that with the home page. Okay, let me change the header type, select large, it's okay. So when you watch the home page, this is the image, the cover image for the home page as far as the header is concerned. When I click on service, the service also have the same image, which I don't like. So if you want to change, click on contact, is the same thing, about us is the same thing, but I don't like the way the arrangement is. What I want the home page to come first, followed by what about, followed by our service, followed by a contact. To do that, you can equally come to the page section here, where you can just select about, drag it up like this, and then the about become first, and from there I want the service to be there before contact. So you can do that. You can add many pages that you want. Just click on add here and you are good to go. The next thing is that, as I just said, the image here in the home page, that is the same image here in about us page, that I don't like. So if you don't like that, just click on this side, click on this side, it's right here, and then come to image and go to upload. Then you look through the image. I'll use this very image for about us page, service page, and contact. So this very side, click on what, open. So that is just that. You can see this image depicts very well, but I don't like the way the header is equal with what the header section for the about is the same as the home. So I'll click on about here and then come to where we have header type and select where we have banner, which it will just close it a little bit here. Now I want the about should be a little bit bolded, so I'll just highlight on it and click on bold here, and it is bolded. If you want to change the color also, you can just highlight on it here and change the color to any color that you want. All depends on you, depending on what you want to do. You can also change the font, the title. You can make it header, you can make it title, you can make it normal text. You can change the text also to any text color. You can also click on alignment, select any alignment that you want. You can add any emojis that you want to add, so far as what the section is concerned, depending on whatever you wanted to do. So this is okay. If you want more, you can click on the arrow here. So when I highlight on it here like this, click on the arrow here, you can see I have more section. If I want to change the header color, I'll select any color, black, red, green, anything is good to go. But here I don't want any color there, so I just select none, which I don't want any color. I just want it white as it is. So I'll do the same thing to the service page. I'll select the service page and then come to the header type section, and I'll select what, banner, and the banner will be closed. Click on this side, click on image, go ahead, click on upload, and I'll select this side, click on what, open, and I'm good to go. I'll highlight on what, the service, click on bold. That is how I want it. Come to contact, also do the same thing. Click on this side here. First come to header type, select banner, and click on this side again. Come to where we have image, click on upload, and select the same image for that, and highlight on it. Go ahead, click on bold, and click on the side, and you are good to go. After taking that from the way, the next thing I'd like us to look at is very simple. Now, as indeed we are done with the home page section, now I'd like us to add some contacts here. So I'll first click on new, and go to I'll go to ChatGPT. So here in ChatGPT, I'll just ask ChatGPT to create kind of like about us content for my website. Okay, so I'll just highlight on that and copy that and send that to ChatGPT for ChatGPT to just generate something for me. So I click on send and let's wait for that. Okay, that is nice. So ChatGPT just did that. Welcome to what Strong Ice Cream Shop. Your what blah blah blah. It's okay. So where I will do, I mean just say maybe I'll write what a few words as we are what who we are. Okay, so I'll just highlight on this, copy that, come to this side. Now what I like to do is that I like to insert something like this, as you can see here, this very side where I have who we are, something like that. And so I want to put some ice cream image at the side here. So how do we do that? But before we do that, I'd like us to create a button here where we have something like read more. See it here, we have what read more. Okay, so how can we write something like this so far as read more is concerned? Read more. So to do that, I'd like you to just go ahead, like we have read more here also, where people can read more. So how can we do that? So to do that, I'd like you to go back here before we come to writing about us content. Let's do the read more. So come to insert section, scroll down. You see where we have button here. So just click on the button. So we need to type read more there. So I'll just click there and type read more. And when the people click on read more, where do I want it to direct them? If I have a link, I'll paste it there. But I don't have a link. I want it to direct them to, if I have a store, I can direct them to store. If I have, let's say, about us, for them to read more about, for them to read more about us, so far as Strong Ice Cream Shop is concerned, I'll click here and select about, where when the people click on read more to take them to about us page, and I'll click on where we have what insert. So this is the page here where we have insert. So I'll go ahead and then drag it and bring it just under this nicely. So I'll select it. Now come think of it, you can see that it is too wide. So as it is too wide, I don't want it too wide. So I'll select this and select center. Select the center section and it is centered. So basically that is just that. So when people click on it, it takes them. If I don't like the header color also, I can also change that. When I click on this, for instance, there are kind of a filter how I want it to change the outline only. If I want, how do you call it, text only. If I want, how do you call it, should be filled, it should be filled, it should be filled as well. So you can do just that and you are good to go. So that is the read more section. So after we are done with the read more section, now let's come to where we have a few words that we use the ChatGPT to just create a few words about Armstrong. So what we'll do is, as I just said, we have here who we are. So who we are, you can say a few words about us. Anyhow you want to do that, you can just do that and it will be nice and slow. So goes directly to the page and click on the insert section, look through the insert section here and come to this very side. Click on it to be inserted, what we have here. So here I'm going to type what who we are, and I want to use, let's say, header, which is cool. You can equally change the color if you want to red, it's also not bad. So that is nice, you can do that. And if you want to use the same color that we use, which is this, you can equally do that, and which is also not bad, and you are good to go. But I prefer color red because it's cream, so we are good to go. So you can do that and then it will be nice. So here you can choose to center whatever you wanted to, with who we are centered. You can click on where we have align and click on center and it will be centered. So let's add a text content. So the text content, I'll go to ChatGPT and I said, welcome to Armstrong Computers, blah, blah, blah. So you can do that. So for me to copy from here, I don't like to copy from here. So I'll just start from at what? Strong ice cream, blah, blah, blah. So from here, copy from here to somewhere here. Okay, copy that. Then I'll come here and paste that there. So this is quite okay for me. Backspace it. So it's okay. So if I want to add more, I'll come back here and come to where we have add towards blah blah blah, copy that and come here now, here, that is it, and I'll paste that. So this is quite okay. It's okay now. Backspace, and this is okay now. It's okay. Then I'll highlight on here from here. So first our motto is concerned and click on bold. Then after that, I think that is okay. So I'll go ahead to insert my image. So I'll click here and click on where we have upload. So I want to select this ice cream, click on insert. I don't want to add captions, so it's okay. I'll just drag it this way and drag it down a little bit here. So it's okay. That's nice, and I think it's okay now. So it's quite okay and it's nice. So you can crop it if you want to crop. If you want to make it big, you can, but I'll leave it as it is. So it's okay for me. If you want to position it, you can position it well and you're good to go. So if you want to add more text, you can do that, and then it will be nice also. So this is okay for me. If I want to add more text, I can equally do that and press enter again and come to ChatGPT, copy from here again, let's say from here. Well, this looks like I'm typing everything. So, and then paste that here. This is okay, quite okay now. So highlight from here to this side and make it bold. Nice. So we are good to go. Moving on, I like to go ahead and then put some button here that would go like read more. So to do that, as I told you, we're going to do the read more section, where I'll just scroll down here. I have button, click on the button, and I'll type what we have, read words more. I'm going to put some dots here and click on where it will link them to, that is about us. But if you are dealing with e-commerce, instead of saying about us, you can send to maybe our store in which way. So click on insert, and that will be inserted here, but I don't want it to be inserted here, so I'll carry it and then bring it somewhere here, and now select that and select it again by clicking again. Then I'll click on where we have alignment and select center, and I'm good to go. So basically that is just that. So now after we are done, now let's go ahead and publish our site. To publish a site, remember the name we give to it is what? Strong Ice Cream Shop. So I'll click on publish, and now I need to give a name to the site. So the name I want to give to the site is going to be what? Then you go ahead and then we'll click on, if you want it to be responsive, fine, you can click on what? Request publish search. You can do that, but for now we are not done yet, so let me just click on publish. So this is it here. So when okay, so we need to click here now, click on the arrow here and click on view publish site. So as we click on view publish sites, this is how it will look like. Okay, so far so good. So this is what this is what I did, but this is what we just did now. You can see how cool is that. Now let's look at how it will be on our devices. So let's come to view, and this is on what? A large screen view. Other devices here, you can click and you're good to go. You can see how this is on the large screen, and then everything is nice and slow. So this is how we can start building. So you can try your hands on it, and to build just the header page and also the home, the about us page, the about us tab, the service tab, and the contact tab. We'll be doing some modification also as well, where we will add more stuff to it. So basically that is just that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you. Bye bye.